Ethiopian New Year, Enkutatash. Today, Ethiopians celebrate Ethiopian New Year, Enkutatash. It is a festival of joy, history, and renewal that makes Ethiopia's culture truly unique. 1. The Ethiopian Calendar. Ethiopia follows its own solar calendar, different from the Gregorian calendar used in most of the world. It has 13 months, 12 months of exactly 30 days each, from September to August, plus a 13th month called Pagumen. Pagumen normally has 5 days, 6 days in a leap year, and 7 days every 600 years due to accumulated seconds. The calendar's structure is based on the ancient calculations of Abushahr, who measured a year as 365 days, 6 hours, and 144 seconds. These precise adjustments keep the calendar aligned with the solar year, ensuring that seasons and festivals occur at consistent times. Separately, Ethiopia is currently 7 years behind the Gregorian calendar, because of a different historical calculation of the birth of Jesus Christ. 2. Ethiopian Calendar versus Gregorian Calendar. The Ethiopian calendar differs from the Gregorian calendar in several ways. While the Gregorian calendar uses 12 months of varying lengths and a complex leap year system, the Ethiopian calendar has 12 months of 30 days plus Pagumen and a straightforward leap day every 4 years. The calendars also differ due to a different historical calculation of the birth of Jesus Christ. The Gregorian calendar, based on the 6th century monk Dionysius Exiguus, fixed Christ's birth at a specific year. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church follows the Alexandrian tradition, which places the nativity about 7 to 8 years later. This is why Ethiopia is currently 7 years behind the Gregorian calendar, and the difference will grow to 8 years after January 1, 2026. Additionally, the Ethiopian New Year begins in September, at the end of the rainy season, making the calendar both historically and astronomically distinct. 3. Religious and historical significance. Each year in the Ethiopian calendar is named after one of the 4 evangelists, St. Matthew, St. Mark, St. Luke, and St. John. On New Year's Day, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church commemorates several sacred moments, including the receding of the Great Storm during Noah's time, but most importantly the beheading of St. John the Baptist. John is seen as the last prophet bridging the Old and New Testaments, and his feast represents the transition from one year to the next. Special services are held in every Ethiopian Orthodox Church. At the end of the Holy Mass, the high priest reads the calendar and the calculations used to determine festivals and fasting days, known as chronology, Ba or Hazab. He then proclaims the replacement of the old year with the new, marking the passage of time and the continuity of tradition.
በስመ አብ ወወልድ ወመንፈስ ቅዱስ አሐዱ አምላክ ነው። በረድኤተ እግዚአብሔር ነገረ ቀመረ ባሕር ሐሳብ ዘዲሜጥሮስ ሊቀ ጳጳሳት ዘእስክንድርያ ጸሎቶ በረከቱ ያህሉ ምስሌነ ለዓለም ዓለም አሜን.
4. Historical origins of Enkutatash. The day of the Ethiopian New Year is also called Enkutatash, meaning gift of jewels in Amharic. The tradition dates back almost 3,000 years to the reign of the Queen of Sheba, who returned to Ethiopia after visiting King Solomon in Jerusalem. She had gifted Solomon gold, spices, and jewels, and upon her return, her chiefs welcomed her with enku, jewels to replenish her treasury. This festival has been celebrated since then, coinciding with the end of the rainy season. Villages across the countryside are filled with dancing, singing, and in the evenings, bonfires light up the homes. 5. Seasonal meaning. Ethiopia's New Year begins in September, marking the transition from the heavy rains to the bright, fertile season. The yellow flower Adey Abeba, or Biden's Macroptera, blooms everywhere, symbolizing hope, renewal, and beauty. 6. Traditions and celebrations. Ethiopian families celebrate New Year with both cultural and religious traditions. Family gatherings are central, with special meals such as injera with doro wat, often enjoyed with drinks like tella or tej. Church services offer prayers of thanks and blessings for the year ahead. Children celebrate joyfully, especially young girls singing the famous song Ababehash, carrying Adey Abeba flowers, and giving blessings to neighbors in exchange for gifts. Music and dance fill the air, with instruments such as the krar and masenko accompanying circle dances. The celebration is not only in Ethiopia. Ethiopians living abroad also gather in communities around the world to celebrate their new year, preserving traditions and sharing them with others. Ethiopian New Year is more than just a change of date. It is a celebration of renewal, culture, and history. Today, as Ethiopians around the world celebrate Enkutatash, we wish a happy and prosperous new year to Ethiopians everywhere.
بزن الذكر حسابات قوت إزازو لكجينا واملاكنا وملانين يسوس كريستوس انزهالونا بزمن قدوس ماتيوس وانجيلاوي بروك يابزهن اسك زمن معرق زيناوي يوم سرق ألنا وراها مسكرم بروك يابزهن اسكوراتكم بسلام اكزيابير آمين بسبا وهم مستميت أسرتو سباتو أمت عالم بهمسا وهم مستميت أمت كناني بسراميت أسرتو سباتو أمت مهرت يوم سرق ألنا وراها مسكرم بروك يابزهن اسكوراتكم بسلام اكزيابير آمين